तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरम् सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So we are going through Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter number 13. Jadabharat is explaining to King Rahugana about the various sufferings or troubles, the dangers that one has to encounter in the forest of this material world. This material world is compared to a forest, and a merchant who is in search of treasure, or you can say pleasure, is wandering here and there in search of the pleasure, but ultimately he is only getting troubles. So through various examples we are hearing that how these various ferocious animals, poisonous snakes, these signify in the case of a living entity. We have Jadabharat is explaining so very nicely. Yesterday we heard that the living entity is trying to climb on a very steep hill without proper footwear or no footwear, due to which there is a constant pain or suffering that the living entity is encountering. What is this? A living entity has taken up the material life, he entered into household life. There are so many duties to be performed as a householder. He is thinking that in the scriptures these are prescribed, these are prescribed, so I need to do this, I need to give my daughter in wedding, I have to get my son married, and not getting proper help for all these things, he is getting troubled. And now when he is in such extreme pain, there is not enough food even to eat, completely frustrated, he vents out that frustration on his own family members, his wife, children, etc. This is the state of every living entity in every house. This is the case. It is not that, oh, it is something, it has happened, or it is probably possible in some places, but this is the case in every house, in every country. Immaterial of place and time, this is there. So this is a fact to the core. Now, sometimes he is attacked by the cobras. Means the living entity turns lazy and falls asleep without having any consciousness of what is good, what is bad, what he is doing and not. And sometimes he is attacked by harmful living creatures like snakes, etc. Being bitten by them, he is suffering. They are compared to the bad people who are speaking ill about others, blaming, blaspheming, victimizing. So, in this manner, the living entity is suffering. He will realize that he has drowned into a dark well of ignorance. Then a living entity, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, being not satisfied with their own wife and family, is trying to come in association with another's wife for enjoyment. It is compared to a honey hive. So, in order to attain honey, one approaches a honey hive. Then what happens is the honey bees will bite. So, in a similar manner, when the living entity, some of the living entities being in a desire to enjoy others' wife, he is approaching and he is getting beaten up, trashed by the husband and other family members of that particular lady. In this manner again he is undergoing so many sufferings. And even if by hook or crook he abducts that woman, someone more powerful than him will take away that lady from him. So in this manner, no pleasures in this world are actually making a living entity happy or making him enjoy, but in fact they are becoming a cause of his trouble further and further. Now we'll continue from verse number 11. Kvachitcha शीतात पवात वर्ष प्रतिक्रियां कर्तुम अनीश आस्ते क्वचिन मिथो विपणन यच्च किंचिद विद्वेषं ऋच्छत्युत वित्तशाठ्यात् कथाउ कतकगुली लोक शीत ग्रीष्म वायु वर्षा प्रभृतिर प्रतिकार करिते ना पारिया दुखितेर न्याय अवस्थान करें. And at some places, several persons, they are not able to restrain themselves from not being attacked by cold, heat, wind, rain, etc. They are not able to protect themselves from these. There are so many persons who have no shelter, and by this they are actually staying in middle of miseries, because one is bitten by cold, one is attacked by scorching heat, by torrents of rain. In this manner, when there is, sometimes you see that people are dying out of extreme heat or extreme cold, whereas someone who is swept away by the floods due to heavy rains. I think yesterday somewhere I'm saying New York is flooded with lots of yesterday just I think, I don't know if it's a recent news or some old news, I don't know, just New York is flooded, I saw. So you also don't know. Very nice to be away from news. so always constantly attacked by these things. So some places they are not able to protect themselves from these miseries. Kehova jat kinchit dravya kram kuriya paraspara vinimay kuriya thake. And at some places they are people are exchanging goods one in return. Previously, at least in India, even these days also, previously in India we used to exchange with one item with another item. Like somebody is growing rice, somebody is growing wheat, so those who have wheat they will give wheat, and those who are growing rice they will give rice. So they would exchange, so that everyone has that. Somebody is growing tomatoes, somebody is growing potatoes or something else. So they used to, it's called barter system. Previously this was there. They didn't buy, they used to exchange like this. These days also we are doing exchanging with currency. We are giving money and we are buying something. So that is always there. So sometimes with little items, food items or some other items, one is exchanging with others. Evam dhana vanchanadi janna aparer vidvesh bhajan hai. And sometimes somebody is not able to give proper money or proper item in correspondence to what has been taken by him, then there will be pain. You have given some item to somebody, some precious thing, but the person is not able to pay the full amount. So then again you will be in pain. So in this manner, during this exchange of money or exchange of various goods also, there is a pain that is involved at some places. So what are the miseries? What are the troubles? All these things are mentioned. It's not that it is there everywhere. There are different kinds of problems. Not one kind of problem everywhere. There are different kinds of problems at different places. Kvachit kshina dhanantu tasmin. A few months ago I heard that in Sri Lanka there was a major inflation, great fall down of economy, and there is no proper rice, no proper food for the people to eat. It became so expensive. They were buying milk 300-400 rupees a kilo, buying rice and other things for almost 1000 rupees a kilo. Such was the state that has happened. So the people there had revolted against the ruling party, and there was a lot of chaos that got developed there. So the thing is that something or other is happening in this world. Now Russia is trying to take Ukraine, so exchange, but in return what is it giving? It's only killing, going on killing. So this attack of these things, has it stopped or still going on? Still continuing. Okay. So this will continue. Padam yat vipadam, at every step there is a danger. It's not going to stop. Some country will attack some other country. So in this manner, the troubles are constantly there in one form or the other. Kvachit kshina dhanastu tasmin shayyasana sthana viharahinaha yavat parad pratilabdha kamaha parakya दृष्टर्ल भते दृष्टिर्लभते लभते अवमाननम। এই ভবাটবিতে কোনো কোনো স্থানে ধনহীন দরিদ্র ব্যক্তি শয্যা আসন স্থান ও বিহার দ্রব্যের অভাবে অপরের নিকট ভিক্ষা করেন। And in this forest there are some other problems. What problems are there? At some places a few people who have no money, they are deprived of proper bedstead. There is no proper place to sleep. If you go to Calcutta, and of course any place in India, you see that people having no house, they are sleeping on the pavements, they are sleeping on the roadsides. I think it is there in few countries, may not be all countries, but in few countries, at least in few places it is there. I went to USA, even there I saw, I think in New York if I am not right, I saw there are beggars. I thought, oh, in America also there are beggars. I thought in India there are only in India we will find beggars, but in America also there are beggars. They are begging from car to car, at signal posts, things like that. I thought, okay, very similar to India, not very different. So those who are poor and some persons sitting on the roadside eating the bread and things that have been given by the walkers by. So in this manner, this is there in some form or the other at every place. The begging style may be different. The beggars there are more polished than the beggars here. Definitely they are wearing nice dress and things like that, but they are also beggars. So in India they have, you see, there are no upper cloths, or the cloths are torn, blackish in color, not so good to this. But the thing is that beggars are there everywhere. So in this forest there are few persons who are very poor, and they don't have proper place to sleep. Means there is no proper bedstead, there is no place to sit, and in fact there is no house to live. So being deprived of all these things, they go from door to door, place to place, begging. In India you find even the trains people are begging. One beggar goes, another beggar comes. This beggar goes, the next one comes. So there is no stoppage. It's like a flood of beggars coming one after another to beg money in various forms. So you find that there are these persons deprived of money who are going from place to place to beg for money, for place, for bed, etc. কিন্তু যখন তথায় বাসনা পূর্ণ হয় না, তখন সে পরস্ব হরণে ইচ্ছা করে এবং তার জন্য অপমানিত হইতে থাকে। When he is not getting anything by begging, he is begging but he is not getting anything, what he will do? He will snatch, he will steal. By begging it is not possible, he will do it by stealing. So in this manner people are taking shelter of the improper means to earn money, and by doing so what will happen? In a group of people he is insulted, he is trashed, and he is punished. So thus he is getting trouble in this way also. No money, problem. He is offering, he is begging, he is not getting, problem. Then somehow he is stealing, then problem. So what is the state when he is happy? There is no state in which he can be happy. अन्योन्य वित्त व्यतिशंग वृद्ध वैरानुबंधो विवहन मिथश्च अध्वन्यम मुष्मिन्नुरुक्राच्र वित्त वाधोप सर्गै विहरन विपन्नः। केहोबा परस्पर धन विनिमय आदि द्वारा शत्रुता वृद्धि करते थाके। Some persons, by the exchange of goods, by this barter system, by the exchange of money, whatever, they develop newer enemies also. Some places when the one is not paying money properly for the good, or when the money is not properly exchanged, anything like that, because wherever there is money you cannot expect any peace. This is one of the places where Kali has requested to to be given shelter, and Raja Parikshit has given this money, gold, as one of the places. Wherever there is money, you cannot expect peace, because there is a place of quarrel. Wherever there is liquor, you cannot find any peace, or no quarrel. Gambling, no peace or quarrel. For women, for women outside married life, you cannot expect that without any quarrel. So these are the places, gold, money, etc. These are the places where quarrel is there. So during this process, one will develop enmity towards others. Kehova parasparer sahita vivaha prabhriti. You see, I think Russia, Ukraine is something close to that. They have signed for the NATO or something like that, and these persons are, oh, how can you sign NATO? How can you be part of the NATO countries? You cannot do that. So we shall, take away your property. So in this manner, for the property, money does not necessarily mean currency, notes or bills. Money also means property, land. Money also means gold. All this is money. Actually, property and gold is more precious than currency. Every day the value of money is increasing. The value of property is increasing. Money's value is decreasing, but property's value is increasing. So if you have property, you are very rich. More property, you are more rich. I remembered one incident. Our most revered Param Gurudev Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, he told several of his god brothers, you should construct your own mutt in Mayapur Dham. Don't think otherwise. This land is going to become very precious. Param Gurudev had seen it several years ago. Many years ago he told this. His god brothers were not, they were reluctant to construct mutt here in Mayapur. It was agricultural land, mostly agricultural land, and also there were not good relations with Chaitanya Math. So people were expecting not having peace or anything like that. So many were not inclined to come here to Navadvip, to Swarupganj, to other places they are going and constructing. Then our Param Gurudev told, no, come to Mayapur, this is the place of Mahaprabhu's pastime places. Construct your mutt here. In future, it will be more precious than gold. How much ever money you give, you will not get land. I am seeing that Mayapur is going to be filled with so many persons. This he told 50 years ago or 60 years ago, 1960, something like that. How many years? 60 years gone. And today we are seeing that. You don't find any land here. Some people are constructing mutts, but inside, some inside areas, it is expanding. Mayapur was only from Ghat directly on the road, both sides of the road. Now it is taking so many streams and so many expansions. So, what I wanted to say is, money does not necessarily mean currency. Money also means property. In exchange of money, in exchange of property, there are clashes that one is developing. केहोवा परस्परेर सहित विवाह प्रवृत्ति विशेष संबंध स्थापन करिया एई भवाटवेते भ्रमण करे. And some persons, they get married, and along with the wife, they enter into this forest of material existence. एवं कठोर परिश्रम धनक्षय ओ रोगादि अन्यान्य उपसर्ग द्वारा विपदग्रस्त है. And when one gets married, he has to put lot of effort, Now he is not alone, he has to feed his wife, children, his family, he has to find a shelter. He is alone, he can stay here or there, but wife is there, she needs a shelter. You need to construct a shelter for them. Then you will have children. Okay, children, you have to put them in the school, you have to get them educated. So there is a lot of endeavor, lot of effort that has to put in after this. Dhanakshay, and there is a loss of money. Whatever you have collected, everything will go slowly. You have to buy a house, you have to buy furniture, you have to buy a car, you have to get your children admitted in the school. By all these things, there is loss of money and roga, and then there is also the nice friend, our nice friend disease. The disease will not leave anyone. Whoever is there in this material world, everyone is diseased. So, by all these dangers, the living entity is constantly put in different kinds of troubles. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, Anyonya vastu vyatishanga इत्यादि এই रूप सह अरण्य पथे ताहारा परस्पर धन संपत्तिर विनिमय करिते जाइया प्रबल शत्रुतार सृष्टि करिलेও मितः विवाहन परस्पर विवाह आदि संबंधे आबद्ध है. Even though in this material forest a person develops enmity with others due to the exchange of property or gold or currency, whatever, again they try to bring in some, some kind of a compromise between them by, okay, no problem, you give your daughter to my son. Your daughter will be married to my son, and then by this we will try to mitigate our enmity, and then we will, increase our friendship or our relationship. In this manner, there is such a thing also. Previously in India it used to happen. I don't know in your countries it was there or not, but it was there that one landlord would give his daughter or son to another landlord's house, so that they don't develop any enmity. There is a relationship that is there that constantly binds them together. So it used to be there. Now also it is there in a different form. One businessman is getting his son or daughter married to another businessman. This is always there. It is there everywhere. It is not in India. Maybe the system is different, but the ultimate result is the same. अध्वनि এই संसार मार्गे परिभ्रमण करिते करिते कृच्छ्रवृत्त अर्थात कठोर श्रम, अर्थहानि ओ रोगादिर द्वारा विपन्न अर्थात मृतप्राय होइया थाके. And thus, after entering into married life, lot of effort, endeavor, and loss of money, diseases, by all these things, the living entity is almost in a position of being dead. He is as if he is dead, fighting with all these enemies or the dangers. तांस्तान विपन्नान स ही तत्र तत्र विहाय जातम परिगृह्य सार्थः आवर्तते अद्यापि न कश्चिदत्र वीराध्वनः पारमुपैति योगम. हे वीर, लोक मृत पित्रादि के परित्याग करिया नवजात पुत्रादि लइया एई भवाटवीते भ्रमण करे. Now, some people, not some people, everyone, previously they have their attachment with the father and the mother. Now, when the mother and the father are dead, they will have attachment to their son or the daughter. So, they are having attachment to some, they are gone, now they develop new attachment to newer persons. In this manner, they are wandering. It means to say that when a person is walking on the roads, he is meeting different persons every time. And for that particular time, one is developing attachment. In India, previously, there used to be Panta Tirthas. Panta Tirtha means it's a place where the roads from different directions come and meet, at that time, at that place, there used to be one kind of a restaurant. I think it's there in the subways also in other countries where all the roads meet. So there used to be, some dining places where people from different places would come, and at that junction they would meet, they would eat, they would dine together, they would drink. They would, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Which village are you coming from? Oh, that village, I have my friends there. Do you know him? So in this manner, they talk, and then they develop some kind of attachment. Oh, very nice. Please give me your phone number. What is your WhatsApp number? And then the communication begins. The attachment develops. And for how long? As long as one is sitting in the Pantatirtha. Once they go to the next, junction road where there is another Pantatirtha, means another dining place, there they will meet with another newer set of people. These previous set of people are gone and newer set of people are. So in this manner, people are getting together, they are getting attached to their, those ones, and now they are going to the next destiny, and their previous ones are finished and you are developing newer. We were in the school, we had friends. We were in the college, school friends are finished, we have new friends. After college, we went to the university, the college friends are finished, now we have university friends. After that, we are in a job, then they are finished. We have new colleagues as our friends. After that, we are married, now even we don't have time with the colleagues. People started saying that you have changed so much after marriage. Isn't it? You changed so much after marriage. Previously, you used to give time to us. Previously, we used to, stay together and, marry together. But now you are totally changed. And that is fact of life, because newer and newer relations, newer and newer friends, newer and newer acquaintances are coming. The old ones are finished. But what is happening is our attachment is continuing. Maybe the person is changing, but the attachment is continuing. With the loss of every person, there is, pain. Eirupa konau samartha purushau bhagavad bhakti yoga o sansaraatito Shri Hari ke aaj parjanta labh korte pare nai. So, he is coming to a conclusion. Jada Bharat is coming to a conclusion, or he is explaining the conclusion of what he wanted to say in this manner. The living entity who is traversing in this material forest, encountering dangers, troubles, sufferings, by traversing like this for infinite time also, no living entity has till today become successful to attain Supreme Lord. To attain Supreme Lord means to attain bliss. That is the treasure we are looking for. The living entities in this material world, they are looking for a treasure. What is the treasure? Ananda, bliss. Bliss is the treasure everyone is looking for. People think that if I have money, I will be blissful, therefore he thinks that I want money. People think that if I have a wife, I will be blissful or happy, therefore that person is marrying. People think that I will be blissful if I have children, therefore he is getting children. But ultimately he is neither in search of money, nor property, nor wife, nor children. He is in search of bliss. That principle is common everywhere. Whatever we are doing is doing for happiness only. If someone says, oh, he is in search of a girl for marriage. No, he is not in search of a girl for marriage. He is in search of a happiness, and he thinks that with a girl he will be happy. That's all. That is the only difference. So everyone is hunting for happiness, and thinking that there is happiness he is going there. Oh, I thought in wife there is happiness. No, there is no happiness. I thought in children there is happiness. There is no happiness. I thought in house there is happiness. So he is hoping against hope, trying to find happiness and not finding it. So in the root, he is actually searching for happiness. What is that happiness? Anandamaya Abhyasat. Ananda principle. Who is that Ananda principle? Who is that bliss principle? That is Krishna. Everything, bliss is there. We are searching everywhere, but not at a proper place where the bliss is. Sat Chit Ananda. Nobody wants to die. Everyone, there are hospitals, there are doctors, super specialty hospitals. Why? People are running from this place to Vellore in India. In Vellore, South India, there is a big hospital. There the treatment is cheaper, doctors are nice. People are running from this place to that place. From Bangladesh, people are coming to India because Bangladesh, they don't have good facilities, medical facilities. Why? They want to live. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to die, but they will die. Still, they cannot, give up their attachment to live, because that is the property of the Atma that is within us. Nobody wants to remain ignorant. We think that by going to school we become knowledgeable. That's a different story, which is not correct. So people are going from this country to the foreign countries to study. How many people are going from India? From foreign devotee, people are coming to India to learn Vedic knowledge. That is nice. It is very good. But from India, people are going to outside countries to attain material knowledge. This is very bad. So they think that, if we study in the Berkeley University or some other renowned university, then we will be honored. Oh, he is returned from the foreign countries. Wow, so nice. So people, they don't want to remain ignorant, and they don't want to be in suffering. They want happiness. So everyone is searching for Sat Chit Ananda, eternal, knowledgeable, blissful. Nobody is searching for anything other than this. People are also getting married because who will take care of me in my old age? If I have wife, if I have children, they will take care of me nicely. So not that everyone is marrying only for temporary pleasure. Some are marrying for emotional attachment also, that somebody has to be there for my, for taking care of me when I grow old. So everyone is wanting to live. Nobody wants to die. That is Sat. Nobody wants to be in ignorance. They want knowledge. That is Chit. Nobody wants to be unhappy. Everybody is searching for bliss or happiness. That is Ananda. So what are we hunting after? What is the treasure we are looking for? Satchidananda. And where is that Satchidananda? Supreme Lord. So even though the living entity is wandering in this material forest for such a long time, traversing through this, he is still deprived of it. Means Kono Samartha Purushavu, even though one is capable, he can counter these dangers. Whatever dangers are coming, he is able to counter them. He could traverse through them. But still, Bhagavad Bhakti Yoga o Sansara Atito Shri Hari ke aaj parjant labh karte pare nahi. Till today, living entity has not become successful to attain the Supreme Lord, who is beyond this material world. Nobody could attain bhakti, devotion to him by this. Okay, we will stop here. There is a small purport we will read day after tomorrow, because tomorrow is Bhakti Shri Rupa Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj's disappearance. We will hear about him tomorrow. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्यलीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ, श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री जड़ भरत की जय। जय श्री श्री रघुगण राजा की जय। समागत भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमा